So, actually, si Daddy po nag-assign sa akin sa obituary po ni Lola. And I could only fill out so much, so I went around asking people how was she like, because the obituary put like, how was she as a mother? So I had to ask si Daddy, si Tita Omar, saka si Kuya Jovi. And then, how was she as a friend? How was she as a sibling? And then, I was surprised na wala siyang how is she as a grandmother? So, I guess me and Chini, because we made this letter together, we decided to answer it na lang. How is Lola as a grandmother? So, here. So, when we were younger, paka-Taglish po. Kasi medyo baloktot po yung Tagalog po. Tapos mas comfortable din po ako sa Taglish. So, when we were younger, we play in the room ni Lola with Kuya Jovic. So, before, Lola would always ask, ano gusto yung pagkain? Eh, kasi mga bata pa po kami, we'd answer, always, ice cream! Until eventually, palagi na lang may dadating na ice cream pag bibisita kami for lunch, kung may family gathering, or kung bibisit lang namin si Lola. So, parang palagi din yung ganun si Lola, she always remembered the little details about not just us. I think that's a trait that she always had. She remembers the little things about everyone. So she'd say things na, ay, paborito yan ng mga bata. Or, ay, paborito yan ni Lola mo or ni Daddy mo. So like, she was always really thoughtful. That was the first word when I asked everyone, how is Lola like? Like, if you could describe her. Always thoughtful. And sobrang agree po ako doon. She always remembered what made each of us really happy. So, no matter how small that is. So like, every birthday, parang never ako nagkaroon ng birthday na walang card galing kay Lola. So, she really cared deeply, not only for her well-being, but also for everyone's. Lola had this way of like showing love through worry. So it's like parang it's the kind that would like make you laugh na lang, pero it's it always makes you feel like really deeply cared for talaga. She'd always ask kung gutom ba kami? Or if we're getting enough rest, or kahit na kung wala namang sakit, ganun talaga si Lola, nagtatanong or nag-worry sa amin. I remember it was si Chini, parang nagka-nosebleed siya. Hindi naman po seryoso. Pero, she immediately made Kuya Jovic like come over sa bahay namin para mag-report kung kamusta si Chini. So, behind all that worry was so much love. So much love. And wanting to make sure that we're safe and well. And that she always wanted us to know that someone was always thinking and praying for us. Even when she got sick, Lola still thought of others. Medyo funny nga po kasi she asked us what we wanted for our birthdays kahit na bedridden na po siya. And then, i-joke na lang namin, sabihin po namin, pera po, Lola. And she'd say, sabihin mo kay Mami, Daddy mo, bigyan ka ng pera. So, Lola, thank you for loving us so completely and for always remembering the small things that made us happy. We'll miss you so much, but we're comforted as a family and everyone here, knowing that you're at peace and watching over all of us with Lola. Thank you po.
So, thanks, Jessica.
Si Ate Alice. Si Ate Alice ang nagdadala sa amin ng Mother Mary. Every time meron tayong grocery. So siya yung nagdadala sa bahay at siya ang tumutulong sa atin. Ate Alice.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Bago ko mag-umpisa, Papasalamat muna ako kay ate. Salamat muna ako kay ate Lydia. Dahil sa kanya. Siya ang nagdala sa akin sa Good Shepherd para maging mother butler. Walang nakakaalam yan sa lahat ng mother butler. Kami dalawa. Siya ang nagdala sa akin sa Good Shepherd para sumali ko sa mother butler. Ano ba yan? 2012? Pa yun. Ngayon, sinuportahan niya ako, inalalayan niya ako. Sa pagiging mother butler ko, 1 year ako bago na-install. Lagi lang sinasabi sa akin niya, tiyaga lang. Gagabayan naman tayo ng Panginoon. So, nagtiyaga po ako. 1 year ako bago na-install. Hindi katulad ngayon na 3 months lang yata na-install. Ang mga kasamahan po namin noon, halos ilan na lang po ang natitira ng mga elders namin. Siguro, isa kay ate, ilan na lang ang natitira, 3 na lang yata. 3 na lang. Salamat ate, maraming salamat po. Natuto po akong maglingkod sa Panginoon. Lumalim ang aking pananampalataya. Hanggang sa nasali po ako ng choir. Almost 15 years po na choir na. Kaya utang na loob yung kaya. Minsan naaalala ko. Naaalala ko yan kay ate Pagka. Kasi dati may tindahan ako sa dahil tatawag si ate. Alice, papuntahin mo dito si Mick, yung asawa. Pabibilhan mo ko ng bangus, yung magagandang bangus. Yung preskong bangus. Palagi yan si ate nagko-order. Paborito niya ang bangus. Ipapabulis mo na, ha? Ganun ang mga order niya sa akin. Wala naman ibang in-order yan kung hindi bangus. Paborito yan niya. Kaya, nung malaman ko na nabasa ko sa GC namin sa MBT, wala na si ate, sabi ko. Tapos, kasi matagal namin si ate hindi nakita. Kumustahan na lang kami. Kumusta na kaya si ate din? Kaya, malaki ang pasasalamat ko kay ate. Maraming salamat ate. Sana ate, kasama ka na ng Panginoon. Ipagdasal mo na lang kami lahat na invite. Sana po maging matapat kami sa aming paglilingkod. Iyon lang po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Ate Alice. So next, we have Virgie to say a few words.
Hello, magandang gabi po sa lahat. Alam mo, si Ate talaga, super ate. No, kasi magkapitbahay kami. Magkapitbahay kami ni Ate Liz. Ano din, na mas nauna si Ate Alice sa akin pagka-mother butler, ang sunod ako. Tapos si Ate talaga, napaka-ano niya, supportive talaga siya sa amin. Wala akong wala akong masabi sa kanya kasi sa handmaids of the Lord ako, ate, tulungan mo naman ako sa angkop ko, yung kasi nag-ano kami ng mga scholar. Si ate, hindi ako nakakarinig na hindi. Tapos sabihin, magbigay talaga yan siya. Sa iyo yung kalahati, sabi, ay hindi ate, bigay ko na to sa angkop lahat. Kasi para sa scholar namin. So lahat doon, sabi niya, G, pagdasal mo ako lahat. Yun ang ano niya, bukang bibig niya, pero kasi meron pa akong prayer room sa cellphone. Araw-araw kami nagdadasal talaga kami, may mga members ako doon. Sama ko sa handmaids of the Lord. Ang pangalan ni ate, kung hindi, kasi alam ko na namatay siya kasi nabasa ko sa GC namin. Doon ko lang nahinto pagdasal si ate na bigyan siya ng mahabang buhay. Doon ko na dinasal ko na naman yung kaluluwa niya na, nawa Lord, tanggapin mo po siya sa iyong kaharian. Sobrang love na love ko si ate kasi wala akong masabi. Maya-maya siya, G, pamisa mo ako. G, pagdasal mo ako. Di ba yung ganong napakaano ni ate, pag tingnan mo siya para siyang yung parang napaka-stricta, pero sa totoong buhay, napaka-ano ni ate, napaka-bait niya po. Napaka-supportive niya sa amin. Tapos wala, pinapatawag niya ako. Pag pupunta ako doon, kung ano-ano lang yung maisipan niyang irigalo sa akin. So sabi ko, ate, hindi naman yung kailangan. Kaya lahat sa totoo lang, isa si ate sa mga namin, elder namin sa Mother Butler na super napaka, wala kasi magkapitbahay lang kami. Dati nagtitinda ako na kung ano-ano. Lahat yan, bumibili siya. Wala akong tinitinda sa kanya na hindi niya binibili. Natutuwa talaga ako kay ate. Tapos pag yung lately na hindi ko na siya nakita doon sa bahay. Sabi ko, nandoon na daw kay Martin. Sabi ko, paano ko kaya makikita si ate? Alam mo, pinag-usapan namin araw-araw kasi palagi namin nami-mention siya doon sa prayer room namin kasi marami akong listahan sa mga pinagdadasal ko ng may karamdaman, mga kaibigan, mga nagpapadasal. Isa talaga si ate. So, hindi ko talaga makalimutan si ate kasi sobra talagang siya, maya lang siya sabi, Chi, pinagdasal mo ba ako? Oo naman ate, kung makita mo lang yung notebook ko doon, nandoon ka talaga, hindi ka talaga. So ngayon, hindi ko na parang nalulungkot talaga ako nung nawala si ate kasi hindi naman kami makapunta doon kina Martin kasi hindi namin alam kung pwedeng dalawin si ate. Sabi ko, paano kaya ito? Hindi namin madadalaw si ate. Pero wala talagang araw na di ko siya naisip, nalaktawan ko siya sa pagdasal. Kung kailan lang siya namatay, yun lang yung pag-stop ko sa kanya na nagbibigyan siya ng good health. Yun na, pinagdasal ko na naman na, Lord, tanggapin mo po siya sa iyong kaharian. Kaysa pa sa totoo lang, isa si ate sa pinakamabait naming elders na Mother Butler. So, sana ate, kung saan ka man naroon, sana tatapiling mo na ang Panginoon. Sana ate, huwag mo rin kami makakalimutan. Nandito lang po kami, palagi po kitang ipagdasal, te, nanawa. Kasama mo na si Lord dun sa langit kung saan man po. Pero kami din natin, alam ko po na yung mga nauna sa atin, pinagdadasal din nila tayo. So dapat lang ipagdasal din po natin sila kasi ang sarili nila, hindi na po nila maipagdasal talaga. Tayong mga buhay na po talaga ang dapat magdasal sa nauna na sa atin. So, huwag natin kalimutan, manalangin para po kay Ate Lydia kasi super talaga si Ate Lydia. Isa siya sa mga tao na super magandang kalooban. Pag tingnan mo lang siya parang stricta, pero pag magiging mo na siya, super na hindi ko ma-describe si ate kasi lahat na lang na dinadala ko doon, na yung si Inday, yung kasama niya, lahat na lang dinadala ko doon, binibili talaga niya. Kaya tuwa ko kay ate talaga. So ate, sana huwag mo kami kalimutan. Nandito, hindi din kita makalimutan ate. Habang buhay ako, papagdasal talaga kita. Na makapiling mo na po si Lord. Para po pag magkita-kita rin po tayo doon. Kasi doon naman tayo pupuntang lahat. Wala namang pang maiiwan dito sa atin. So ito lang po ate, nawa ay huwag mo kami kalimutan. Nandito lang kami at araw-araw din kita ipagdadasal ate. Promise ko po yan sa iyo. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you for your prayers, thoughts and prayers. Thank you po. So we go on to the next. We would like to call on Ate Merlin. Ate Merlin.
Good evening po sa lahat. Wala akong masabi, nasabi na niya lahat eh. Pero Ate Lydia, ang magandang sabihin ko lang kasi strict ka siya, meticulosa, pero napakabait. Masyado siya religious. Lalo na isa siya sa mga tinatawag na honorary member namin sila. Kasi mga honoraries namin, hindi na sila makakapag-serve, financial support na lang nila sa amin. So pag may kailangan kaming importante, Ate-Lidge, alam ko na, kaya ka tumawag. Punta ka na rito, magpa-drive ko kay Alex, sasabihin niya sa akin. Kaya pagpunta namin, hanggang gate lang kami, dyan lang kayo. Sabi niya sa akin. Huwag kayong papasok. O, dito lang kami sa gate. Kaya Alex, o ito yung pilok. Pero sobrang ni Ate Lydia, kaya maninibago kami ngayon kasi nung hindi na namin napupuntahan, di ba pa? Umiyak eh. Nung hindi na namin napupuntahan, nakikibalita ko kay Ate Linda Ragasa. Nakikipag niya. Ate, pwede na ba? Hindi pa raw, sabi ni Mark, hindi pa raw. Kaya yung plano ni Tim, ng aming presidente na plano namin dalawin lahat ng mga elders namin. Isa siya sa mga naka-schedule na pupuntahan namin kailan hindi pwede. Pero mas grabe yung pinuntahan namin sa Ate Josie. Dito sa Consul ba yun? Consul. Bedridden na rin yun. Sa Ate Josie. Nadalawa namin. Tapos, si Ate Linda naman, hindi siya pwedeng dalawin dahil hindi na siya makaupo ng matagal. So, sunod-sunod na kami. Sabi ko nga, biro ko nga kay Lilia, 78 years old. Ako 76, mag-76. Ako, Lil, next in ranking na tayo. Kaya lahat kami matatanda na kasi, pero maraming mga 60s. Kaya ang nire-recruit namin ngayon, puro mga bata. Okay, tignan nyo naman ang mga buka namin. Si Ate, sobrang hindi ko kausan. Sabi niya sa akin, Marlene, bagay mo sa akin itong blouse ko. Ang ganda nga, Ate. Arbor. Sabi niya sa akin, pati mga lipstick, tatanungin niya sa akin yan. Sabihin ko sa kanya, nadayin mo na naman ako sa kilay. Sabihin ko sa kanya, syempre, makakait ka natin. Pag nabibiro namin siya ng ganyan, kailan, pag hindi mo siya kilala, talagang hindi approachable ba? Ano sabi pa nga kanila, Marian, yung upuan ko. Sabi niya, kung sino pwede niya. Ito, sabi niya. Pagkakakilala mo kasi ka-Ilocano ko si Ate Lydia. Kaya medyo hindi ako sa ano bang tawag yan? Hindi ako masyadong nag-ano sa kanya. Nalumapit. Kaya Ate Lydia, matagal ka namin hindi nadalaw, nakita. Kaya nagulat kami nung nawala ka na. Pagdasal mo na nga, Father Butler, nasaan umagamit na. Yun lang po, pagkaiyak ako eh.
Thank you so much, Ate Marlene. Thank you. Actually, isa sa reason minsan, tinatanong namin si Mami, tatanggap ka ba naman? Ano sinasabi niya? Hindi na ako maganda. So, agagalit siya eh. Mami, magtuloy ako eh. No. Hindi na ako maganda. Ano pupunta sila dito? Tapos, siguro 24 na, 25. Minsan naman, ano sa dahil na may COVID, wala na kami. So, she would make all excuses na so, nire-respect na lang namin because you know how she would feel pag So, binibigay na namin sa kanya yung wish na natin. So, yun. So next, we would like to call out sa relatives naman. Okay, so maybe Noel, would you? Noel is the only child of the youngest na kapatid nila si Uncle Butchie. So, Noel. Yeah.
Hello, good evening. Bago po ako magsimula, so basahin ko po muna yung may message po mula kila Auntie Nora and Uncle Sunny. Sila po yung kapatid po ni Auntie Lydia sa US po. So basahin ko lang po muna yung message po nila na sinend po by email. Salamat po. So yung message nila, hello family and friends. For those of you who I haven't had the chance to meet, my name is Nora, her younger sister. In this message, I am representing myself, my brother Victor, and my sister-in-law Peggy. We are so deeply sorry that we cannot be there in person today to celebrate our dear sister Lydia's life and to say goodbye with all of you because of unforeseen circumstances. We join you in spirit to remember and honor our sister Lydia. She was the second child and first daughter. She was the apple of everybody's eye because she was so beautiful, thoughtful, generous, caring, kind, gracious, and feminine. We attended a Catholic high school. So impressed was she with the holy life that she wanted to become a nun. While she did not follow through, she lived a Christian life and was a good wife and an exemplary and loving mother. She was kind and attentive to my parents in their old age and kept in touch with all of her relatives, especially our cousin Grace, with whom she was very close. Her favorite perfume was bluegrass. That was her last request. Unfortunately, they don't make it anymore. Like the perfume, she is very classy, ethereal. She is a beautiful presence. Victor and Peggy were fortunate to see her for the last time a year ago. Videos of the visit showed Lydia very, very happy, smiling, and able to talk to us in spite of her disabling stroke. Our family was very fortunate to have her for 89 years. Now she is with God to rest in peace, along with Manong Simeon, Nana, and Tata, Noemi, our sister who died at 2 years old, and the rest of our family who have gone before us. Lydia, our dear sister, we will always love you, remember you, and pray for you. Thank you everyone for your love and support during this difficult time. God bless you all. From Nora, Victor, and Peggy. Ayun po kay Auntie Nora and kay Uncle Sunny. Sigurado po ako din si Uncle Boy po kung sakaling nandito po siya, napakaganda rin po nung sasabihin po niya. Siya po yung the best sa pagkagawa po ng mga ganito. At siyempre, nga po si Uncle Boy po nung I think the 2 days before na nag-pass away siya, bumisita po si Uncle Boy ko at nagkaroon sila ng touching moment na matagal daw silang naghawakan ng time na yun. Kaya I'm sure po kung nandito siya, maganda yung sabihin niya. Ako po, si Auntie Lydia, talagang totoong auntie siya sa akin na nung bata po ako, every time po may sakit ako, lagi po siyang pinagdadasal po niya ako. Binibisita niya ako sa ospital. Kapag Christmas at birthday, may regalo po siya lagi. Tapos kahit po nung tumanda na po ako, lagi po siyang nung may landline pa, tumatawag po siya, nangangamusta, kung kamusta yung mama ko, yung papa ko. Sa cellphone po, natuwa po ako, natuto po siyang mag Facebook, may messenger siya, nagme-message siya, minsan po tumatawag siya, nangangamusta rin. At bumibisita po talaga siya bilang auntie nakikita ko po siya, bumibisita po talaga siya sa bahay namin, sa bahay ni Uncle Boy, bumibisita po siya sa mga kamag-anak. Ganun po talaga siya. Yung presence niya, buhay na buhay po siya, siya yung nagbibigay buhay sa pamilya, nakakamiss po yung very endearing na boses po niya, na high pitch, na very endearing, very sweet, very loving po na boses po niya. Yun po, and kahit nung nagka-dengue po ako, 3 years ago, pinagdadasal po niya ako. At mahal na mahal po namin si mahal na mahal ko po si Auntie Lydia. At maraming salamat Auntie Lydia sa lahat. And pinagpipray ka po namin, ipag-pray niyo po sana kaming lahat ulit din. So maraming salamat po. Thank you.
Thank you. So, okay. So our next would be one of, I think you mentioned earlier, we'd like to call on Auntie Grace, who is the best friend, first cousin of Mommy. So, yeah. Auntie, gusto mo, I can just bring it forward. Okay.
Sabi ko, hindi ako pwede. Kasi, I might break down. Ayoko sana. Pero, hindi ako nakatulog. So, in the wee hours of the evening that night, which was last night, sumulat ako sa kanya na, sige na lang, gusto suminig yan na magsalita ako kahit na konti. So, kumuha ako ng konting salaysay, pero babasahin ko kasi. Okay. Let me see if I can. Okay. I am Grace, Lydia's first cousin. I am just 3 years younger than she is, but we are like twins. Because we grew together from teenship to adulthood, womanhood to motherhood, until one day we found ourselves alone without the ones we loved and shared a lifetime. Through it all, near or far, we always found time to spend together, enjoying laughter with friends and family. It's no wonder I miss her terribly. She's the one I would call when I come back home. The one I look forward to once again feel the way we were before, like the movie says. Lydia was always sunshine in the way she dressed, for she loved dresses and dressed well. Wherever she was always dressed. She was dressed as she moved around, tending her plants, or doing church obligations, for she had been Mother Butler, as now I know how active she has been. She danced too. She was a very good dancer and a graceful one. Yet, above all this and more, she was sunshine. In the way she loved life, children, family, her beloved husband, Manong Simeon, which she now joins. Farewell, dear cousin, my buddy, my best friend. Rest in peace in God's loving arms until we meet again. Thank you, Omar, and Martoni, Jovit, and her grandchildren. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much, Ate Grace, for that wonderful message. Thank you. Okay. So, this. So, we'd like to call on Noel again to just relay the message of Uncle Butchie, who is the youngest na kapatid ni Mami. So, I guess, ano sila ngayon? Available.
Well, good evening po ulit. Ito naman po yung message ni Papa ko, ni Butchie po, yung tawag niya sa kanya. Ito po yung message na, good evening to everybody. Good evening to everybody. Thank you for coming here tonight to celebrate the life of my sister Lydia. I am Noe, the youngest in the family. Lydia was a gentle soul, kind, compassionate, caring, and thoughtful. I do not recount any instance when she raised her voice. She was blessed with good looks and therefore had many suitors. She was named Queen. She was named the first queen of our hometown in Ilocos Norte and was crowned queen by Ferdinand Marcos Sr., who was then a congressman. She also graced the cover of magazines, the magazines Liwayway and Banawag, in the Ilocano version of these magazines during that time. God blessed her with a loving husband and 2 sons who loved her very much. Please join us in praying for her eternal rest and for her salvation through the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you and God bless us all.
Thank you again, Well. Thank you very much. We would like to call on Christopher, our cousin, first cousin, who's the son of Ate Lilian, another sister ni Mami. So, third.
Bago ko basahin yung parang letter no? Galing sa mami ko is, anyway, si Ate Lydia kasi is, August 3 yung birthday niya, so Leo si Ate Lydia. So, ang mga Leos is very strong ang personality, loud, and yun lang, laging maganda yung clothes and everything. And it so happened na ako yung, nung bata ako, very compatible ako sa mga Leo kasi gusto ko yung laging noisy and yung very, may pagka-dominating eh. Sabi nga ni Noel, na-remember niya yung mga gifts tuwing Christmas. Si Auntie Lydia is 4 ang binibigay sa akin gifts tuwing Christmas. It's one from Omar, one from Martin, one from Uncle Simeon, and one from her. So ganun din pag-birthday ko. But anyways, so sabi ko kahit duty ako, kasi kailangan may prayer. Yung prayer para diretso si Auntie sa heaven kasi gusto ko nasa heaven siya kagad para happy siya. Anyways, ito yung ginawa ng mom ko, parang sinend niya lang to parang 30 minutes ago. I was asked to read this eulogy written by my mother Lilian, the younger sister of my Auntie Lydia. And she writes here the following. Every time Lydia's name is mentioned, I always remember someone beautiful. She was so lovely that her photo appeared in the cover of the widely read weekly Ilocano magazine called Banawag. Banawag, which is still in circulation up to now. Also, I still remember the day she was chosen Miss Banna. Her coronation night was a very festive occasion in our old sleepy town in Banna, Ilocos Norte. It was the first time I heard and saw fireworks, for she was crowned by then Congressman Ferdinand Edralin Marcos Sr. Being very close sisters and observant of what she says and does, I learned many things from her. It is mainly because of her that I learned the importance of taking care of our health. Because of her, I followed strictly the instructions of my physiatrist. Yung physiatrist po is rehab doctor. Kasi may problem yung mom ko sa back. Okay. Thanks to Lydia, at age 85, I can still walk without pain. She pointed out the importance of oral health in old age. Thanks to her, I always see to it that our dentures are in good condition. I have many memory lapses now, but what stands out whenever I think of her is her request to always pray for her, which I really do every morning, noon and night. Because I am a secular Carmelite. Yes, Martoni and Omar, all I can promise you are my unceasing prayers for you and the whole family. You have been very good and faithful to your loving parents, Manong Simeon and Lydia. You deserve God's abundant blessings. You deserve the best. Yun lang po. Sabi ko, parang bitin. Tapos, sabi niya, bitin kasi I can't think anymore. Nasa hospital daw siya ang kwento. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for sending the message on behalf of your mom. So she was here yesterday kasi, but she can only stay for, kasi magkakasunod yung edad niya eh. So they're at that age that they children eh. That's why I spoke to Father Tom last night that my Uncle Boy, the eldest, is suffering from cancer and he's having chemo. And now he's rushed to the Capital Medical Hospital kasi nagkaroon siya ng bleeding. So I think so in the coming days, I need to ask Father Tom's special powers to visit si Uncle Boy so that and I think what struck me last night sa amin ni Father Thomas, may siyang buhay. So si Daisy kasi sinagana si Mami. Actually, siya yung caregiver / PT / stretching kay Mami whenever so okay.
Good evening po. Una po sa lahat ay nagpapasalamat po ako sa family Hernandez po. Kay Sir Yogi, kay Ma'am Prilly, lalo po, tsaka po kay Sir Martin, nakakakain Sir po. Tsaka po sa mga kapatid. Napakababait po Sobra po. Bali, dati po akong reliever lang sa mga pasyente po. Tapos, first timer ko po kasi. So, si Mami po is first time ko po siyang regular patient. Bihira po ako umuwi kasi po lagi siyang na-request na huwag mo kong iiwan. Tapos, ayaw niya ng iba, huwag mo kong iiwan. Kasi nagsusumbong pa siya kay Ma'am Trilly na baka iwan ako nito. Sabi ni Ma'am, papaano natin yan? Papaabangan. Papaabangan natin. Kasi nga po, ayaw daw po niya ng iba. Tapos po, yun po, dun po sa 2 kids, wala po talaga akong nasabi dun sa family. Kasi po yung iba ko pong kasama, puro yung napupuntahan po nila, hindi po magaganda yung employer. Napakaswerte ko po. Kasi po, kayo po yung unang-una kong napuntahan. Yung...
Lumig, bigyan mo tubig. Baka patayin.
Ayun po, tapos abot po kay Mami. Napaka-sweet po niya. Parang lola ko na po siya. Ang tawag po niya sa akin, ako, Daisy. Noong una po, medyo challenging po. Nahirapan po ako sa kanya, honestly po. Pero kinaya ko po at sinaga ko po kasi medyo ang lakas-lakas po niya, napaka-strong woman. Ika nga, ano po. Tapos po thank you po. Tapos, ano po siya, sinabihan niya po ako na dapat dapat nag-teacher ka. Sabi ko, bakit? Kasi napaka-strict ako. Kasi po, inaano ko po siya sa food. Ang hirap po niyang pakainin. Hindi po siya kumakain. Tapos, tutuskot pa lang po yung kinakain niya. Ayaw niya na. In-explain ko po sa kanya, iinom ka ng gamot. Ang dami mong gamot. Sabi ko, iiwan na kita. Ayaw na. Sinabi ko po siya. Sabi, hindi. Masakit ang lalamunan ko. Nahirapan akong lumunok. Sige, dahan-dahan lang. Tinutulungan naman kita. Sabi, salamat. Tapos, pagtapos na siya kumain, explain sa kanya, bawal siya humiga, bawal siya umano. Makulit. Kasi, dala ng dementia niya. Ganyan. Talagang, hindi patient. Sabi nga, nung nag-aral pa kami, kailangan meron kang mahabang na pasensya. Opo. Nagawa ko naman po. Minsan, nakaka-stress po. Minsan, kaya lang, syempre po, part po ng professional natin. Parang gano'n. Na hindi lang po basta yung aalagaan mo siya, kundi meron ka pong pagmamahal, parang kamag-anak mo na siya, para po magampanan ko po yung trabaho na ibinigay sa akin sa kanya. Ayun po, tapos lagi po siyang nakatawag. Desi, may sasabihin ako sa'yo, ano yun? Magpapahinga na ako, tutulog na ako. Ganyan. Tapos, lahat ng buhay niya, talang buhay niya, ikikwento na po niya sa akin. Yung asawa niya, si Martoni ganyan, si Oma ganyan, si Prilly. Sabi ko, sino maganda? Hindi na ako maganda. So sabi ko, maganda ka. Maganda pa nga yung legs mo sa akin eh. Ginaganon ko po siya. Tapos pag nakikita niya ako nagpa-powder, maganda ka na, Daisy, maganda ka na. So, hindi naman eh. Ikaw ang maganda, hindi na ako maganda kasi matanda na ako. Sabi ko, tatanda din ako, kaya lang nauna ka lang. Sabi ko ganun sa kanya. Tapos, yung that time nung gabi na yun, wala ba lang siyang, Daisy, masakit yung dibdib ko. Tulungan mo ko. Kasi sanay po ako sa kanya na, Daisy, bakit? Masakit ang dibdib ko, tawagan mo si Martoni. Ano pa yung dibdib niya? Sige, relax. Hindi naman masakit daw. Yung parang gusto niya lang ng attention, gusto niya lang ng may tatawagin, ganyan. Pero hindi naman. Pero po nung gabi na yun, wala po, ni isang words, wala po akong narinig sa kanya. Talagang binantayan ko po siya, sumi-PR ko pa po, parang ayaw niya mag-respond, pero meron siya lahat ng vital signs. Kaya po tumawag po agad ako kay Kuya. Kaya na, yun nga po, kahit gaano kabilis, kung hanggang doon lang po talaga tayo, hanggang doon lang po. Si Mommy is napaka-sweet. Although meron siyang attitude na, ika nga yung una pa, pero napapakiusapan po siya. Tapos, ang sweet-sweet po niya, ang bait-bait niya. Like Jessica, yung sinabi niya. Daisy, tawagan mo si Matoni. Sabi ko, bakit ano sasabihin mo? Importante. Sabi ko, ano ba yun? Pagbibigyan kita ng pera. Pagbibigyan kita ng pera. Sabi ko, ano kong pera? Bibigay ko sa'yo. Sabi ko, hindi ko kailangan ng pera. Sabi niya, hindi, basta tawagin mo siya. Sabi ko, sige, sasabihin ko. Tapos babalik ako kunwari, binigyan na ako. Ay, totoo ba? Binigyan na ako, binigyan niya na ako. Ginaganyan ko na lang po siya. Pero, mga gano'n, tatahimik na siya. Minsan, mamaya, tatawag na naman siya. Ganyan. Kahit nung unang-una po, paggabi, puyat po talaga. Talagang as in puyat po. Pero, tsaga-tsaga po talaga. Hanggang sa, unti-unti na po siyang, hindi nakakalakad, ayaw na po niya. Ako po, nag-aano po ako kay na po niya na, nag-open po ako sa kanila na nahihirapan na po siya kasing lumakad. Kaya, hindi ko po siya pinipilit kasi baka po mag-broke pa yung mga legs niya. Kaya hindi ko na po siya pinipilit. Kasi po, baka mas mapabilis po yung paghina ng katawan niya. Kasi gusto po niyang mabuhay. Ayaw po niya na ang inaano niya lang, napapagod ako. Pero gusto niya lang pong humiga. Hindi po siya yung napapagod as in napapagod na gusto niya na humimlay. Gusto lang po niyang humiga. Ayun lang po. Thank you po.
Thank you, Daisy, sa lakas ng loob. Yeah. Konti na lang. We're down to the last three. And that includes me. So I'd like to call si Jovic. This is my brother from another mother. So tingin ko alam naman ng relatives natin, but Jovic is always been, we consider him as our brother. And syempre now that si Mami kasi sinasabi niya, whatever happens, kung papabayaan niya. So we will respect that, and si Jovic and si Omar naman, ano na namin yan. Talagang bilang na yan sa amin. So, Jovic. And by the way, si Jovic kasi, nung medyo nagkaroon kami ng challenge humanap ng caregiver, nagpresenta siya. Kuya, ako na mag-aalaga. Kasi nakita ko paano alagaan yung nauna. So, inalagaan ni Jovic for like 3.5 months. Until such time, si Jovic nakuha na ng trabaho. Kasi he's into call center, PPOs yung siya. So, he works a lot from home. So, yun, inaaral niya yung gamot. Siyang yata yung gamot ni Mami in one day. And he also was able to understand how to work with the PT. Kasi may physical therapist si Mami And pumupunta doon once a week, tsaka tinuturuan. So, sinabi ko to sa physical therapist, she cannot continue doing. Kasi si Omar, PT to sa US. So sabi niya, yan, pag lumampas ng 3 months, ganyan pa rin yung condition ni Mami, kahit anong gawin mong PT dyan, yan na yung threshold, especially her age. So after that, ang ginagawa na lang namin is ina-exercise. So stretching gano'n, just to keep the blood circulation, yun ang importante, laging inaangat pa. So lahat ginagawa ni Jovic yun and everything. So kumbaga, he's doing just, hindi lang inaalagaan, but so much more. So, marami siyang naging After that, nakakuha na siya ng work. Sabi niya, yan, trabaho na ako. Siyempre, I don't want to deprive him of his career naman. Gusto niya magtrabaho. So, that's when we started to look for yung tutulong sa bahay. So, yeah. So, yan. And si Jovic din na nag-alaga kay Daddy nung siya'y, during his final months. Dahil si Daddy iba na sa colon cancer, so magkakasama sila sa bahay at that time. Siya yung bumubuhat kay Daddy, siya yung nag-aalaga kay Daddy rin. So, yeah. We owe a lot to Jovic. It's one of our own.
Hindi pa nag-umpisa, tapos na ako Hello, good evening everyone. My mom was my heart. She was love in truest and greatest form. She didn't need to say much to make you feel cared for. It was in her actions. Alam niyo, si Mama yung tipong way before she learned how to use the smartphone on her own, sasabihin sa akin, baka, may sulat ako dito. She would always write the messages that she wanted to send to people. Sasabihin ko sa akin niya, parang sulat naman ito, padala na lang natin sa akin, throw na lang siguro. At that time, we decided na, binila ni Kuya ng tablet si Mommy. And then, it was my job to teach her how to use the tablet at that time. Nagulat ko in the span of 1 week natuto si Mommy gumamit on her. Imagine, at her age at that time, she was doing it very, very up to the point na kaya niya gamitin mag-isa from tablet to phone. Nakita na lang na, tawagin natin si tita mo, tawagin natin si auntie, si uncle mo. Random times on each week, she would call someone, a relative, a friend. She was very, very selfless and very caring towards other people. Hindi lang sa relatives hindi lang din sa friends And that's something na sobrang hinahangaan ko kay Mommy. Kahit may sakit yan, kahit hinahyped yan, binibibi ko na yan, tinatawagin na pa rin. Sila Tita Grace, sila Auntie Linda, and everyone. Just to have her peace of mind that everyone that she knows and cares for are in good health and in good condition. That's how she is. Mom was strong, but not in a loud way. Her strength showed me how she kept growing no matter what. She loved even when things were hard. How she always believed in us. Kapatid. Even if we didn't believe in ourselves. Especially sa akin. Ang daming times ko na po na breaking point sa buhay. She was always there. Kaya mo yan. Dasal ka lang. But I did. She introduced me to God when I was still a kid. Taught me how to pray. Taught me how to do the rosary. And yung ko yun, nadala ko sa kanya Nadala ko na Tumpatid sa pagtanda Sabi ko, totoo ka ba? Kahit gaano kahirap din dumaan sa'yo, you still always have someone to count on. Sorry. What I'll remember most about her is her heart. Very generous and very steady. She found beauty in small things, like the morning light, quiet cup of coffee, yung mga panahon nagkakape pa lang. A simple I love you. Doon pa lang masaya na si Mom. She taught me that love doesn't need to be big or perfect, it just needs to be real. And right now, as we're all gathered here today, losing her hurts more than words could say. But I know her love didn't leave with her. It's still here. It's the lessons she taught me, and the people she touched, and in every part of who I am. Mom, thank you for everything. For your patience. Yung tawag, alam mo minsan si Mami. Minsan ko nung marinig tumawa, tumalakak yun. Pero pag narinig mo talagang iba Masyado kasi hindi, Tama, alam ko kasama mo si Daddy dyan. Thank you for welcoming me into your family and introducing me to everyone around. Especially for my two amazing brothers. Alam mo yan, like, I couldn't even wish for anything better. Thank you everyone. And kita-kits tayo soon. Pero wag muna.
Thank you, Jervic. Okay, we're down to the last two. Ano, Jack and Poy? Ako na ka na o ikaw na? Sige. Kasi halos sinabi na nila lahat eh. So it makes my message very simple and short.
Kasi may cheat sheet para di ako panic. Okay. I'm Omar, I'm the second son of Mami. Good evening to everyone. I'd like to thank everyone who's here tonight to celebrate my mom's passing life. I know she's very loved by her family and her friends. She's a very loving, generous, supportive, and caring person. She always wanted the best for us, her kids. She taught us the importance of education. So always sinasabi niya, okay, mag-aaral kayo mabuti, magtapos kayo, so later in life you'll have good careers. Huwag kayo mag-girlfriend. Kasi syempre, pasaway kami dalawa. Magka-girlfriend kami. Sabi niya, siyang seryoso. Huwag mo nang pakasal. Platonic lang. Pero yun, at least nakatapos kami ng college, you know. We have good careers now. So, you know, we took her advice. What else? Si Mami, very health conscious yan. She was always tell us, you know, have you seen your doctor? Nagpa-check up ka na ba? Lagi yan, pag tumatawag ako, nagpa-check up ka na ba? Nagpa-labs ka na ba? So very concerned siya lagi sa health. So yun natatandaan ko sa kanya. And as everybody said, she's always very religious, very active sa church, si Mami. When we were younger, she was always tell us, magsimba kayo lagi, go to church every Sunday. Kami nung bata, medyo hindi kami masyadong sumusunod. Ayaw na ito sa church, you know. But once we got older, na-imprint sa amin yun. And once we had like our own family, so we always make sure that we go to church every Sunday. What else? And marami nagsabi din na she's very conscious on how she looks. So she always wanted to look presentable in front of other people. Pag tumatawag ko sa kanya, nag-video call after her stroke. Sabi niya, hindi na ako maganda. No? Sabi ko, Mami, maganda ka pa. Yung skin mo, makikinis pa rin. But, so she always says that. But I always reassure her, you know, you're still beautiful inside and out. So don't worry about that. Huwag mong isipin yan, you know. Huwag ka ma-stress just for that. And then one thing I also remember about her, she has a very good memory especially before the stroke. Natatandaan lahat ng pangalan, lahat ng birthdays ng family and friends, which is, hindi ko nakuha yun, makakalimutin ako, hindi ko matanda yung mga pangalan, mga birthdays ng mga relatives. So she always say, oh, birthday ni Auntie Nora, birthday ni Uncle Victor, you should call them. You know, Auntie Grace, you should call them and say, you know, treat them happy birthday. And, you know, sabi ko, kailan may birthday nila? Oh, ganito, ganyan. So, she would always remind me to call them and greet them. And one thing that she taught us is the family is very important, you know. Hindi niya directly sinasabi yan, but it's through her actions. You know, she's very strong, and it's like you should do everything you can do to keep the family together. We had, like, you know, problema, but she was very strong. She was like the glue that held us together as a family. And you know, na-admire ko sa kanya. She's a very strong woman. Whatever problem that may come, she told us, just stay strong and, you know, stay as a family together. So, message ko lang kay Mami. Please continue watch over us always. We're very sad that you passed away, but in a way, we're kind of comforted in knowing that you are with Daddy right now. And one thing I regret is I wish that I was able to spend more time with my mom. And I wish I was able to talk to her more. Because yun, minsan hindi ko siya natatawagan. Pero that's why for those people who still have their parents, always try to call them, talk to them, and say that you love them. Because you never know when it's gonna be the last time you're gonna see them. So that's my advice. You will be greatly missed. We love you so much. Myself, my wife Leslie, and my two daughters, Micah and Michaela. May you rest in peace. We love you. Thank you.
Okay, last one. Alright, so sorry may cheat sheet ako kasi medyo my mind is scattered all around for the past few days because it's been a bit tough for us, so medyo kalat yung utak ko so I have to type down some of the thoughts that I had earlier. And syempre, first and foremost, I'm sure right now si Mami is looking down upon us and, you know, looking all of you here tonight. Saya, I can feel that. She can feel the love, you know, na nandito kayo lahat. And this is what she always likes. Party, you know, people celebrating, ganun siya. Gusto niya maraming festivities despite my mga problems, you know. She's a happy person basically, and she always wants to have everyone to have a good time. So I thank you for coming. Talagang happy siya ngayon that you're all here. And syempre, alam mo naman siguro yung mga ibang kapatid niya, medyo magkakasunod sila ng edad eh. So some of them are not in good condition, but in spirit, of course, they're with us. So yeah, and actually, kumbaga, I was really certain in my mind that aabot siya ng 90. Because there's no, we're doing the daily routine as, clockwork. Ano yan. And in fact, we're planning to have a 90th birthday na sana next year because she would be 90, and I'm so confident na aabot siya. But lo and behold, diba, her heart stopped, and I guess the Lord has reasons for that, and I think she's pretty much na siguro wants to be with our Creator na rin and with kay Daddy. Kaya when we rushed her to the ER, syempre you can see that they're really doing CPR, nilagyan na siya ng intubate sa ilong, di ba? And they keep injecting her with the adrenaline so that yung heart niya will still be revived. Pero hindi. And yung pangatlo, sabi ko sa doktor, ano pa ang chances? Pwede natin gawin 10. Sabi niya, pero yung mami mo, considering her condition, it's still up to you. Sabi niya. So, pumulong na ako kay mami. Bigyan mo na ako sign. Alam ko tumigil eh. Eh kung ang labas naman niya parang, di ba, hindi na rin naman na rin makaulap. So, tinawagan ko si Omar. Sabi ko, oy, ano na, ayokong ako lang mag-desisyon. Hirap eh. So if Alice agreed na, sige na, let's give her the peace that she's been longing. So, hindi na namin yun. So, yun na yung ano niya. So, the whole night, we had to work on everything, the paperwork and everything, and we had to give her, at least kailangan ilipat na natin sa funeraria ngayong gabi. So, even in the morning. So, as you all said na, di ba, napakabanyosa niya, di ba? Minsan niya sabihin ko, Mami, saan ka pupunta? Eh, dito lang tayo sa bahay, nakakabihis ka. So, the next day, we woke up early. We had to find a fitting dress that would, kasi mga damit niya, siyempre, hindi naman namin alam na ano na siya. May mga damit na siyang hinanda. Kaso nga na, kailangan ipa-dry clean. Wala na tayo oras. So, we had to rush and do everything in one day. And siyempre, being the meticulous she is in terms of her makeup, really had to make sure meron pa kaming makeup test eh. Kasi in the afternoon, balik kami, tingnan namin yung makeup, lightan mo pa ng konti. Nag-aayos to, hopefully, Mami, within your standards yung ginawa namin. So, pakita na lang kay Freddy kapag hindi ka happy. Oy, kumapal yung eyeliner. Okay, so I've been hearing a lot of huge generosity. Now, she's always been the Good Samaritan. And he would do everything and everything. He would even go out of her way to help yung mga nangangailangan ng tulong. Ganun, o bigyan natin si ganito. Abitan natin si ganito. Tulungan natin si ganito. May ano siya. Okay, pagdasal natin. Ganun. And she's a devoted Catholic, and that proves Mother Butler said. So they were always there, di ba? May bisita minsan si Mami, Mother Butler, so I was happy about that. So he would always love to serve the Lord, and he would always remind us, "Oy, magsimba kayo ha, magsimba kayo, simba." And I'm guilty kasi hindi naman ako lagi nagsisimba dati. So, but as time passes by, I begin to be closer. We have to have that special relationship with our Lord. So, tignan mo lang yun. Basta hindi siya nagsasawa. Kulit niya minsan. Talagang pero alam mo yun, lumalabas. Pero as we grow older, started to realize, di ba? And she made us better and better Catholics, di ba? As we grow old, and go on with our lives, plantita siya. She loves her plants, di ba? She even yun sa may kanto ng guardhouse namin, meron doon extra piece of land. Inarkila niya yun, nagbenta siya doon ng mga for a while. Because that's how she loved her plants. Because meron siyang green thumb eh. Ako hindi ko magawa eh. Patay agad yun sa akin kapag hindi kasi ganyan, anak. Ganito, tuturuan niya ako. Tapos minsan pupunta siya sa bahay, pupunin niya ng kung ano-anong halaman yung bahay. Tapos mami, hindi bagay sa bahay. Hindi, maganda yan. Ang suswerte yan eh. So natuto na rin ako sa kanya. So I started to appreciate yung mga ano niya. Ginagawa niya. Then, one important lesson that I learned from her is to always pray and believe in God. She also emphasized how important education is, as this will be my success or failure in life. So, as you may know, I've disappointed her many times during high school and in college. Kasi when I was in high school, laging palakol ang aking grades. So, may time pa nga, kailangan ng tutor. Para naman sumampa ka ng 80. So, ako naman, tigas nilo ko nun, sabi ko, hindi mami, kaya. So, yun, she would always, encourage me. Pagdating ng college, so, ibang laban ng college. So, unfortunately, nag-UST ako, but yours truly flunked college. So, even then, I screwed that up. So, that was the time na nakita ko si mami, iniyakan ako. Mangyari sa'yo, anak, sabi niya, binigay ko naman sa'yo lahat. So, at that time, nagkaroon ako ng konting realization na kung ano naman, di ba? Binigay naman sa akin lahat. Hindi naman sila nagkulang, di ba? Pero, yun. So, si Arpat, ubiyak din eh. Sabi niya, suko na ako sa'yo. Kasi gulpe ko nun. Oo, hindi ko na kaya. Kumbaga, hindi na rin ako magulpe. Kumbaga, parang nagsawa na sila eh. So, dumakay ko sa sinturon, actually. Pero dahil, pero si Mami, may time na dati nung bata ako, sinturon ako, humarang siya sa atin, natamaan eh. So, gumagalan ako, siyang ginagay si Daddy naman, humahanap ng saan ako tatamaan, hindi tatamaan si Mami. So, naghahabol lang kami doon. So, yeah, I broke their heart many times. So, but to that day, she was resilient. Hindi siya sumuko. Wala na tayong school, ganyan. Tatanggap sa yung school. May tumanggap naman, natapos and everything. So after that, na yung school? Tapos na. Then after that, pasok tayo. Kilala natin si ganito, doon ka. Ayan. Until that time, talagang, pati sa trabaho, siya pa ang naghahanap sa akin. Kumbaga talagang, kung pwede lang, na niya eh. Siya na mismo yung mag-hire sa akin eh. Kung may negosyo lang kami, kaso wala. So, yun. Napasok ko sa PLDT, may kamag-anak ko kaibigan. So, the things that she had to go through to, kumbaga, latigo yan. Kumbaga parang, sige, move on, kaya yan. So, imagine yung, perseverance niya to, health. Tapos pag kami sakit, tapos humiwalay na pala kami. I got married finally. Then, minsan papupuntahin si, tignan mo kinakain nila doon. Pakikialaman ang lahat. Diba? Tatawag siya, balita ko, puro karami yung kinakain nila. Hindi naman ganito, ganyan. So, ganun siyang that's how she looks after us. Diba? So, kumbaga, nagbo-border na nga sa overprotective sa sobrang si buti na lang, yung misis ko medyo mahaba pasensya. Kaya, thank you for that. Diba? Kumbaga, naaalala ko pagka si Mami kasi minsan, ngayon nagkasakit na siya, hindi niya maalala kung sino yung mga tao. It will take a while. Sometimes nagsasalita siya. Si Philly kasi, mas madalas siya pumunta sa kwarto ni Mami. Almost, basta, twice a week, 3 times a week, check niya, usap sila, ganyan. Tapos, sasabihin niya, parang may ginawa ka yata, trinain mo siya eh. Minsan, sino ka? Sabihin, sino ba pinakamaganda mong, Pili? Di ba? Iniming ka pa niya minsan, di ba? So, those small things, minsan, yeah. So she's very overprotective. Kay Joby, akin, Oma, ganyan. So, yeah. Okay, now in closing. Last na lang, kasi I really owed her my life kasi as you all know, ako ay premature, so 6 months. So, di ba, week lang, so I was in an incubator for 1 month. Post-mature. Post ba? Premature. Kasi liit eh. Sorry, post-mature pala ako. So, I had a week lang, so I was in an incubator for 1 month. So, kaya Martin Depores, Petron St. tsaka St. Anthony. So, pinag-ano nila. Kaya Martin Anthony yung pangalan ko. So, I owe my life to my mom and syempre to those two saints and to the Lord. Doon niya ako pinagdasal kasi si Martin Depores was the patron saint of the sick. And until this time, Martin Depores Day pala ngayon. So, hallelujah. So until this time, Father, I still have that statue. Medyo cracked na siya. So, but I have preserved, she was able to preserve that statue since, so magkaedad kami nun. So, natatakot nga ako mabasag, baka mamaya katapusan ko. Pinakalagaan ako. Nalagyan ko ng enclosure. Para pagka lumindol, shockproof. So, yeah. Well, yeah, I was in that incubator, and she and Dad was also the reason where we are now for the unwavering support and love they gave to and shown to us, not only to me but to all of us, to all who knew her. And my final wish to you, Mommy, is that you mission accomplished. She did everything she can, and I believe Omar was successful. Ako, Jovic, and everyone, we're doing good, and we will continue to do good. And we hope that you finally be at peace. There's no more suffering and pain. And beside that, Lola and Lolo in heaven. And we hope that you would continue to guide and protect us even if you are already with our Lord in heaven. Thank you very much, Mommy. I love you and rest well. Rest easy. Thank you everyone for listening and for attending this. And good evening pala. May food pa tayo, baka nagutom kayo sa mga pinagsasabi namin. Please, have another round. And by the way, tomorrow,